Okay, let's get straight to the point. Let's talk about news update, breaking news about the brawl that happened in Cincinnati, Ohio at the music festival / jazz festival, whatever they want to call it. But anyway, so y'all know last weekend the Cincinnati had the music festival, and it was a lot of people out there, a lot of entertainers. Anthony Hamilton even had LL Cool J. It was supposed to be a music festival, a nice vibe. Since LL Cool J was out there, this apparently turned into a Mama Said Knock You Out music festival, because that's what happened out there in the streets outside the music festival late into the morning. Now, there's been a lot of back and forth about, a lot of people been saying who started it, who should be arrested, and all that kind of stuff. People saying that it was trying to make it a whole racial thing. Even though you had people of both races trying to break this whole thing up from both sides. Now, the Cincinnati Police chief is being criticized because people feel like they're kind of showing favoritism about who they are arresting, because people have been arrested. I want to say it's up to 4 or 5 people right now, maybe more. But of course, it seems like they only are arresting a certain type of people. So now the police chief kind of basically put her foot in her mouth, because during a press conference, she had said something in regards to who will all be arrested depending on the role that they played. Let's get into the video. Check this out. Let's go.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
4th and L, please.
Okay, can you repeat the address?
4th and L.
Tell me exactly what happened.
There's so much people at the place.
There's what's going on?
A few fights here and there, let's put it this way. Some people just act straight. Yeah.
So there's just people fighting outside, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
How many people are involved?
At this point, everybody's spreading out. So it was at before, but by 20, 30 people, but everybody's
But everybody's what?
everybody's walking away at this point.
So you keep saying they left. Do you need police to respond out?
I would prefer, yes, absolutely, yes.
Okay, I need to get the person's description. Do you have descriptions of any of them?
For 20 people, no.
Let me be clear. Anyone who put their hands on another individual during this incident in an attempt to cause harm will face consequences.
So you heard the Cincinnati Police chief clearly say that anyone who put their hands on anyone basically will be arrested. Anyone. Well, you have been having people that have been arrested, and they all were involved. And as you can see in some video footage, a lot of these people, picture right here, did put their hands on someone. So they should be arrested fair and square. I'm in agreement with you. It is what it is. But let's be fair though. Let's look at this picture right here. Now, you know this whole thing started because of this picture, right? This is how this started. This guy in his red shirt, and I think the guy in the white shirt beside him was arguing with this guy right here in the white shirt. And that guy in the white shirt, you can see who he is. And he was one of the guys in the video that was getting a 2-piece and a biscuit with a gravy on top of the mashed potatoes. Now, what ended up happening is that this guy with the white arrow right here with the white shirt, he started it. Because what he ended up doing was he put some baby powder in his hand and he backhand, full hand face, slapped the guy in the red shirt. He slapped him. Why did he do that? I don't know. And then once he slapped him, everything just took off from there. Now, I get it. Once this dude right here did that, it should have been a one-on-one. I'm in agreement with that. I understand people feel some kind of way like we got to jump in, we got to get him. But if he put his hands on that person, they should have been one-on-one. But you see a guy in the middle trying to break this up. He's trying to break it up. Now, I don't agree with what they did to the woman, because nobody should have did anything to that woman like that. That woman was trying to break it up. So I'm agree. It was a lot of unfair stuff that happened out there that should not have happened. I'm in agreement with that. But if the police chief say that anyone who put their hands on anyone is going to be arrested, then you got to go arrest everyone. And during a press conference with all of the leaders, a pastor by the name of Pastor Damon Lynch called out the police chief and all the other people's involved in the city for not being fair with who they are arresting. Let's get into this video because people, hey, he stood on business right there in front of everybody. And even at the end, you can tell that a few people applauded him, but not many. Let's get into the video. Let's go.
Finally, we will have a faith leader, Pastor Damon Lynch.
Thank you, Mayor, and to all of us gathered, to the chief, the sheriff, the council members. I agree, and I'm excited to stand with the mayor and others saying that safety has to be the #1 priority in our city. Across our city, every social demographic wants to live in a safe city. And in saying that, let me address briefly the racializing, politicizing of this event that happened this past weekend. We would not be here, and this would not be national news. This would not be national news if this was a group of black people that jumped on other black people. It would not be national news if it happened in Montgomery Inn and somebody beat down 2 elderly white people. But obviously it's national news because it's been racialized. So let's walk back. For those who want to racialize this, it was a fight that took place. It was a black man and a white man, one-on-one. They were facing each other, and no punches were thrown. A kick was tried that didn't land. And for those who want to racialize it, then a black man stepped in between the combatants, separated them, and said, "This is enough, stop fighting, everybody needs to chill." And then for those who want to racialize it, the white man then steps back in the ring and slaps not the black man that he had just squared up with, but slaps another black man. So after that, he was met with disproportionate force. For those who want to politicize it, the J.D. Vances and the Vivek Ramaswamis and the Bernie Marinos and the Christopher Smithermans and many others who want to politicize it, they have not yet said something that I always hear when a black person, say, runs from the police and then is met with disproportionate force, sometimes ending their life. What we hear is, well, why did they run? Why didn't they just comply? We hear that every time. But I've yet to hear anybody say, why didn't he just walk away? So let me back up so you understand this. 2 combatants, 1 black, 1 white. A black man steps in, breaks it up. The white guy re-engages, slaps, not the black man that he had just squared up with, but slaps another black man. And nobody's asking, why didn't he just walk away? And so when I see, and I don't know who else the chief is looking for or CPD is looking for, but when I see the mugshots, I only see people who look like me. I don't see the person who re-engaged, slapped not the initial person, but slapped another black man. So I don't see the slapper's mugshot. And so sadly, I have to agree with those who are politicizing this and racializing this. I have to agree with the Smithermans, the Ramaswamis, the Marinos, Corey Bowman. This is racial because it is unequal justice. And so until we see all the mugshots, this is still a racial issue. So let me say again to those in Cincinnati, it's Friday night, and we know people like to go out on Friday night. Here's what I would ask. Because of what happened this past weekend, we don't want to see it happen again. Drink responsibly, take care of one another, and everybody get home safe. God bless you.
Thank you, Pastor.
So you heard Pastor Lynch, and he made some good points. You got to be fair and square about it. Like he said, in other situations, when a black man or somebody involved with something, people say, why they didn't comply? Why they didn't just, walk away? Why they didn't just do what they was told? Why did they not do what they needed to do to avoid an escalated situation? Because once you escalate, it's going up out of there. So let's be honest. Look at this. This brawl happened for 2 reasons. We're going to get into the second reason because Fox News just released some shocking information about some other stuff that took place before. Now, that white guy put the paws on the black guy, put his hands on him. And that's wrong. The police chief said anyone who was involved in doing any harm to anybody going to be arrested. Well, he put his hands on that man. And in response, a whole lot of other people jumped in. That part should not have happened. I agree with you. It should have been between him and him. But like the pastor said, they are posting the pictures of all the other people that's been arrested, but they're not posting the pictures of the man who slapped the black guy. Where is his mugshot? That's a fair question that need answered. Because he was clearly on video showing that he escalated this situation. And why did he not walk away? Why did he not say, hey, you can talk all the talk you want to talk, but as long as you don't come across this line, put your hands on me, we can just argue. And that's all this could have been. But once he escalated and put his 5 fingers tips on that man, that was it. But he should be arrested also. If you're going to put up everybody's mugshot and arrest them and haul them down there to the jail, then you got to go do the same for that guy. Now, here's the thing that's shocking about this. Fox News just released August 2nd shocking information about what escalated this potentially before this really happened. Let's look at this. August 2nd, 2025, 1:27 p.m. Eastern Time. New footage showing the racial slur that was shouted during the brutal beatdown in Cincinnati, Ohio, last weekend has emerged. In the video, someone can be heard yelling the N-word. As the violence begins to unfold, though it is unclear who exactly said it and to whom it was directed. Like I said, people, what happened to that woman? Wrong. A bunch of people jumping in? Wrong. Should you arrest everybody that partake into this and play the role? Yes. But you got to be fair about it. And you got to just not investigate one half. You got to invest the whole thing like it's a pizza. But y'all get in the comments and tell me what y'all think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share this video. I'm Gertie Mac. Holla.